Welcome back to more Nova Arcana developer commentary. I'm here with renderXR, who happens to be Dutch, and we're about to go to the lands below. Why do I bring that up?
Mm-hmm. I wonder why. We shall see later in the episode. Watch now on CBC Online later at 3 o'clock.
So we had another portal. It was defended by a couple of blaze spawners, and I guess we'd seen already before that you could also get at this place from submarine castles. There were two ways to get here.
Mm-hmm. Always have two ways instead of one way.
Yep, that's good. And then there's another portal where everything will be completely safe on the other side.
Completely and totally. No creeper accidents will happen here.
That was so great.
That was so hilarious.
So yeah, if you haven't watched my YouTube series, apparently a random creeper had spawned on the other side, wandered through the nether portal, ended up sitting right here, and blew me up the moment I came out the other side. And also blew up the portal, so it was no longer lit, and I did not have a flint and steel on me, so it made things exciting.
Mm-hmm. Like, how do you get it to open again?
Fortunately, I have a lot of experience with that, so I had a lot of ideas.
I wonder how you got all that experience.
um, so, it's the nether.
Nether.
It's the
Lands
land of
of
the
the
nether.
Nether.
It's the
Exactly.
Netherlands.
The Netherlands. That was the whole idea of this area. And I tried to put as many Dutch culture references that are kind of like tourism focused.
Right?
Like you will see the blue tiles, the Delft's blue, it's called.
I
And
see.
then you have the tulip fields, and you have big blocks of cheese.
Well, yeah, we can see
Um,
them as we go around them, and I guess I don't remember if I went around the back, but I definitely saw other people go around the back. So should we start there?
yes.
Ooh, there's some amethyst up here, or
Yeah, so
garnet, whatever.
there's same thing. There's basically stuff everywhere around the actual nether. Because I just sniped vanilla terrain, 1.12 terrain, so it wasn't updated with the nether update.
Okay,
And then I basically just cut a big hole of a big lava lake. And that's where I put the actual area itself.
I see.
So it looks like it's not vanilla, but it's still kind of vanilla.
Neat.
And then I put a lot of Dutch memes in here as well. And then, yeah, fun fact. Tulips are not native to the Netherlands. They're actually native to Turkey and Central Asia.
You like your
The
fun
more
facts.
Yeah, I figured if I
Pronounce this.
gekoloniseerd.
Of course.
It's it's a Dutch meme about how we used to colonize everything.
All right. Now you've colonized the nether.
Mm-hmm. It's now part of the Netherlands.
Is one of these guys standing on top of another one?
Yes.
I did not know that was a thing. People in my chat told me you can put a saddle on these guys and like ride them across the lava sea or something.
Oh yes. And it's really fun. People should wait until I do make an actual area based with that.
I
And then you
see.
grab a warped fungus on a stick, and you can sit on top of him.
Neat. That is fun and cool. Okay, this is stuff that I did not know about vanilla Minecraft.
And then it gets really fun when you put it in your offhand, and then you use some some ranged weapon to kind of shoot, because you have to charge, and you can only look forward always. So while it you basically always walk forward,
Got it. Yeah, that would be
and that's like
challenging combat. Yeah.
mhm.
Things to look forward
So
to.
yeah, next map or the map after. Um,
There's like an island over here that I don't know that I saw anybody go to, actually.
They're mostly empty except for a little bit of loot.
I see.
I think this one.
Well, then I'm glad I didn't go there. Because it would have been a big disappointment to me.
I think there is money on this one. Literally unplayable. I guess there is nothing on this one.
All right. I'll follow you around. You know where the things are. I didn't do a lot of this area, so.
You want to do the outs? You want to go around the outside or just do the main part first?
Yeah, whatever you want.
All right, let's start with the main part. So yeah, this is with a skeleton spawner, and there's most likely going to be piglins around here.
Right.
And then you also know that wither skeletons and piglins really hate each other. So I'm trying to slowly teach the player, hey, this is also a mechanic in the game.
When you say they really hate each other, yeah, like I don't think I actually know the game mechanic, but basically, are they aggressive to one another always?
Yeah, they are aggressive to each other.
Okay.
And then I try to be really helpful and give everything nice. So yeah, me kind of joking.
Mm-hmm.
And over here, I'm trying to imply, hey, put on a gold helmet.
Because I guess if you're wearing any gold armor, then the piglins will not be aggressive to you.
Mm-hmm.
At least by default.
Yes.
You can still incur their ire.
Incur? Yeah. I can also, with spawners, kind of disable that with some NBT trickery.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I try to also put little typical Dutch garden bench.
I see.
When you're walking. This is kind of like you're walking on a dike. This whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So and then there's a big block of cheese to confuse the player.
Very nice. Yeah, I saw the people who did come and visit these things, like they were able to identify it as a big block of cheese.
Mm-hmm. And then there's also a little sign here that's a Monty Python reference.
Blessed are the cheese makers.
Amen. So yeah, not much to it, just me doing weird things and just enjoying people reacting to it.
Yep. You're allowed to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
So are these the tiles that you were talking about?
Yeah, these are the Delftsblauw, which you write like this.
I see.
You can change the last one to just the English blue as well.
Right.
So yeah, I use basically those tiles as little parkour sections in between the big islands with the windmills.
Right.
And then there's spawners underneath these conspicuous piles. And then I also put the windmills kind of like in a row, like you always see in those Dutch tourism pictures.
I guess they were
So
spaced
like
far enough apart that I didn't realize that. It was just like, oh, here's a windmill, and then a little bit later it was like, oh, here's another windmill.
Yes, this area was made in 1.12, so I didn't have the really thick nether fog. I kind of wish you could make that less, because it's a little bit too thick.
I haven't, played enough Minecraft to remember, any details of the nether fog before or after, So I was unaware.
So yeah, some typical layer stuff, and then with a little supply chest.
And then on the ceiling, we have a gas spawner, because why not? It's the nether.
Mm-hmm. Just a gas spawner doing gas things. And it's basically the same tower, or basically same windmill copied over 3 times, but with a different interior layout. So now instead of ladders, you have weird staircases.
Right.
And then in the last one, it's the typical creeper and platform area. And I believe this one is actually worthwhile your time.
I don't remember. I'm not even sure if I came in this one. Willbreaker, the Skull Crusher.
Skull Crusher.
I think No Leaf Clover ended up enjoying this weapon because he doesn't like swords, and so having a good axe made him happy.
Mm-hmm. It is a pretty good axe.
Yeah.
Especially with a knockback, and
Yeah.
it does more than 10 hearts.
Yeah.
That's always like good loot for CTM. Axe with
Yes.
knockback, knockback 2, and put a little bit of sharpness on it.
It seemed like it was quite a good weapon from what I saw.
Mm-hmm. And we can go to the main field. The actual glowstone trees are kind of a callback to Goliath, where I also used glowstone and obsidian for trees.
I see. I can't remember if I have done this in Vanilla Swirl somewhere. I did some kind of tree replacement, similar kind of thing. I don't remember if I had glowstone as leaves or not. It always looks good.
I actually wonder what would be possible with the new generation in terms of like kind of a Vanilla Swirl CTM map, but then with a generation data pack.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that would be interesting.
So yeah, there's basically just a little skeleton spawner and some money and kind of a 3x3 grid.
Yeah, I was about to say 9 places, I think. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's not in the middle. And then there's a chest here to grab your attention.
And be mean. No.
No.
I didn't know about the piglin mechanic. And so I just read the word no and decided, okay, I shouldn't be here. Let's go elsewhere.
Oh, that's amazing. And then over here is just a chest to grab your attention. And you'd be like, huh, redstone, quartz. What do I do with this? And then you would see a spawner, and then you would see the glowstone plus. And then you see...
Doodle-doo-doo-doo. Shortcut.
You found a shortcut. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Because I figured people would die in the actual dungeon section.
Uh-huh.
Difficult section.
Okay, so you wanted to give them a quicker way back.
Yes, because people would always have to go via the right, and that might become kind of obnoxious. And then... Oh, we broke that. Wait, did we break this? Or
I don't know what this is, so I'm gonna say no.
This whole
Literally
literally
unplayable. Okay.
And then in the I don't remember if anyone found this one.
Yes, of course. Who do you think found it?
Oh yeah, you did, right?
No, I was gonna say Clover. I'm pretty sure found it.
Okay.
But there is one tulip that's out of place, right?
Yeah, he did. Yes. Yeah, here it is. Oh yeah, I actually remember Clover finding it.
Because it's a visual cue, and how is he ever gonna not see something? If there's 1 pixel off 400 yards in the distance, he'll see it.
It's like finding a needle in a haystack, and Clover will do it.
So yeah, that was cool. Yeah, and other than, just the Dutch tulips joke or whatever, put something in there. Oh, there's an advanced terror charm here.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing. Yeah, some good loot in here.
And then there's a Duragold tool set and a Duragold armor set on basically this side of the area of the field.
Stroopwafels!
So here, yay, Stroopwafels! I love these things, even though they're really not healthy at all.
Yeah, yeah, I'm a sucker for sweet things as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would have liked to have found these maybe would I've used it. I remember the Duragold being a little bit of pain in the neck because I need to put like Unbreaking 3 on it and then also just like keep an eye on it because gold is still so prone to just breaking.
Yes. I think I remember in Myriad this was like hard tier loot,
Yeah,
but in this one
yeah,
kind of
it's
came
just
in
kind of yeah
late.
bonus loot to the side that I don't know if anybody used. It also kind of came kind of late in this map. Um,
I remember people using the sword and the pickaxe. That's mainly it.
I see.
Or
Yeah,
a
it's nice
few.
that they come with like the sword has sharpness 3 to make it a little bit more nice. And the Duragold hoe with Fortune 3, like I suppose if you were doing any kind of farming kind of stuff, that could be nice.
Oh yeah. So yeah, then over here we have something else.
It's a wooden
Do you
shoe,
know what this is?
a clog.
It's a clog. It's it's so hard to make something look recognizable like this.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, people seem to figure it out, and yeah, I mean just like normal shoes filled with cave spiders, of course.
Mm-hmm. It's always my biggest fear is actually finding a spider in my shoe. Or oh, you know what I hate more than I'd like a snail in your shoe.
I see.
Have you ever had that before?
I
That's the
I don't know that
worst.
I've ever had anything in my shoes that was unexpected. So I guess I'm lucky that way.
I remember I was once camping and then I tried to put on my shoe and I was like, "What's this?" And then I put my like foot out with my sock and I was like, "What is this?" And I was kind of traumatized.
I see. Think
Really
I
didn't.
yeah figured out why I haven't experienced that. It's because I don't go camping. There aren't that many
I
things
don't
that
feel
climb
hard
into your shoes in your own bedroom or something.
true.
I think were these giant magma cubes? I didn't play this area, but I remember yeah just
Yeah,
watching
they're
other people.
giants.
They're reasonably effective on these parkour areas, but at the same time you can also um, cheese it a little bit just because they're prone to jumping in the holes and falling in the lava.
Yes, I tried to use the magma cubes here because it's basically a path for them. Kind of like how I could use cave spiders or spiders and a grid system. I like how these guys are still here on peaceful. So they don't spawn on peaceful, but they don't disappear. Or they do spawn. Wait, yeah, they don't spawn,
I see, but they don't despawn.
and they also appear.
Yeah.
Words. So normally in this hoglins would spawn as well. That is. Wait, let me actually just find a spawn egg for them. Let me go into. So normally, oh, you cannot see them.
I can see them.
You
They,
can quickly see them, right?
they're carrying two tulips.
Well, do you also see quickly some big
Oh,
boar guy here quickly?
I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen them before. They're flashing out of existence pretty quickly, so I don't really see them. But yeah, I have seen those boar
Yes.
things in the Nether.
They are really strong and they also drop meat, so I try to just cut them out of the equation by just replacing them with these zombie pigmen that have tulips and wooden clogs.
I see. All right.
So yeah, and then we can go into the dungeon part. Ooh, scary windmill.
And honey blocks.
Honey blocks. So yeah, I felt that if I didn't do an actual honey area coming from Verde Passage, I should at least put the honey blocks somewhere. And
I
it kind
see.
of reminded me of gold because it's such a shiny texture.
I see.
So it fit well with the black stone and obsidian.
Right. And also like yeah, like the piglins in the Nether theme or whatever, and giving out all the gold.
Hmm.
This
So
was
you have to...
this was a tough tough thing to climb.
Yes. Because it's lots of open platform staircasey designs. Almost MC Escher with the staircases crisscrossing everywhere.
Right. And yeah,
But it's...
spawners kind of, yeah, like just out of reach or in awkward spots. And
Yeah, and then piglins will spawn everywhere. And then every chest has a gold ingot sneakily hidden.
so anytime you open
Inside
a
of
chest with gold, the piglins get angry.
Yes. I was like, what's this wall right here? But
It's a ghast.
hello. So yeah, then you go from inside to outside, and then from outside to inside, and then you go basically up again.
Yeah, that transition inside outside when you're climbing towers. I've seen it in other areas, and I can't think, or like on other maps, and I can't think of immediately where. But it's extremely effective.
Yes, that's something I remember with the Wind Waker did that a lot. So you had like the Tower of the Gods, or a volcano area, and you went inside and then outside, and you could see the rest of the map. And yeah, I think that's just good game design. So you make the world feel more inclusive.
Indeed. I'm going to break some gas spawners, so there's going to be fewer of them around.
That's a good idea. Ghasts are... I wish ghasts could actually see the player when they were not on the same Y level.
I see.
It's one of the things that bothers me much about the ghast AI.
Yeah, it is
Especially...
pretty dumb AI. They just wander around and they don't have good vision.
It's not even a bug, it's intentional. And
Right.
it completely defeats the purpose of the mob.
I don't know. I feel like the purpose of the mob is to generate scary noises when you're in the nether.
Guess.
And maybe
Almost
light nether
lost
portals
more.
when they go out.
True. But then he first has to see you. So yeah, you're at the top of the tower, pretty difficult dungeon. Have some gear at the end to at least get out. So yeah, some standard consumables.
Mm-hmm.
And then some miracle armor. This is really nice to escape. Just some protection for gold stuff, you cannot repair it. And then the record, which is the brown record.
Yeah, of course,
Just
it's
like
the brown, yeah, like the brown wool or whatever, because it's the silly dungeon.
Yes, you have to go via this. You basically cannot go from underneath, so you have to go via the sides or the top. Also, there's money in the top.
Yep.
So yeah, relatively straightforward dungeon. These are some good books as well.
Yep.
All the level 3 standard books that everybody wants. Let's see.
And yeah, I just happened to get kind of unlucky with the timing of this area, because I think I was, I don't know, steps away from getting the wool, and I decided, all right, I need to go back home and regroup and get some more gear, and we'll come back and try to finish things off, because while climbing the tower, it wasn't clear exactly how high it was going to be, or at least not clear to me in the heat of the moment. And I just made some progress up, and I was like, this is a very scary area, and some of my gear needs to be replaced. And so I'll come back. And then I came back, and I had like one more room.
That happened quite often to you, didn't it?
Probably. I don't remember off the top of my head other times, but it
think
definitely
that's-
seems like the type of thing I would do.
I think that's a pretty good sign that the length of the area is pretty well done.
Yep.
Because that means, yeah, the player doesn't have to backtrack too much. And here's the second shulker box. So there's one shulker box in the other late game area and in section 2. and then also in this one. So both of the late game areas.
Right, yeah, these are the areas that were kind of behind other areas. And so this is behind
Hmm.
Boneyard, and the Submarine Castle was behind Submarine City. And those were the two that had the shulker box.
Right. Actually, um, the top. I have no idea what this
There's
is called in
signs.
English. The signs on the top thingy-majigger of the windmill.
Yep.
So yeah, that's the same word again. And then, yeah, if you want to annoy a Dutch person, call the Netherlands Holland. There's basically only two provinces that are called Holland. There's North and South Holland, which most of the population lives in.
I see. Yeah, and I think,
But
yeah, like such paradoxin ended up coming up here and finding these signs. And so, um, yeah, it was pretty out of the way, but it was still something that people who were looking for all the Easter eggs were able to discover.
mm-hmm. And there's the troll under the bridge
It's the
with
Emerald.
the emeralds.
It was, I felt pretty easy to like see from various angles, like if you were just like a little bit offset from the bridge. And it was also because of the fact that there were the gas. Although the gas, do these spawn gas at all, or is there not enough room?
They should be able to spawn here, but there's quite a unlikely chance
I see,
because
because most of the spawning area like doesn't have a 5x5 or whatever it needs, and so there's only a couple squares to
yes,
do.
and it constantly picks up a new random place if it fails.
Right. So yeah, I don't think I saw these actually spawn gas on anybody, but if they were really struggling to look for the emerald, then eventually over time maybe they would. But um,
Mm.
yeah, and I think the clue also helped pretty good on this one. I don't remember what it was off the top of my head.
Yeah, the clue made it really clear on where to go. Because I think with the nether fog, it's hard to actually see the color green.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that. Um,
So I tried
but you didn't
to
need to
more.
necessarily. Oh, there's a ghast. Oh, because you just cleared it away. Got it.
Hmm.
But yeah, even if you didn't like see the color green or whatever, like you just see like there's something over there, and if you came down to get a better look, you'd see the spawners, and then that would give you plenty of
I,
motivation.
I also think everybody kind of looks under bridges because that feels like such an obvious place to put something. Under a bridge, behind a waterfall, on top of a building.
Inside this particular hopper on your little lamppost stand.
That would have been a good idea, actually.
No leaf clover checked like, I don't know, 10 of them throughout the map on camera anyway. They did not have anything in them, but
Should have put a stick in one of them. Just a stick.
I don't know. It's
Okay,
pretty.
so there's.
Stick is pretty
Go
top tier
ahead.
loot.
It's yeah. I mean, diamond sword handle, right?
Right, yep. You
Um,
should name it that. When you give out a
just
stick, like
name
call
it
it Diamond Sword Handle or, yeah.
diamond sword handle. Torch. Torch supplies. So behind this one, there's a small island.
Oh, I'm not sure if I've seen this.
There's a little bit of money. I
Good.
should put more. And then you can see another island. There's basically islands everywhere. And here you can actually see the flat wall of the back.
Okay.
So there's mostly just empty nether terrain. And in two corners, there are rubber duckies.
I see.
Actually, see if I can find them. This one is empty.
Is there a chest? There's two chests over here.
There's chests. What?
Um, if you teleport to me.
Oh, these is. Oh, this is voxel snipe. There used to be a nether fortress here, so I kind of quickly sniped the chest. Yeah, there's nether fortress loot in
I
here.
see.
So
Okay.
I
I
was
was
a
just
lazy map maker.
just randomly found that. Okay. But yeah, I don't know where the rubber duckies are, so I'll wait and then teleport to you.
Probably one in this corner. Bark, bark.
Oh yeah. I was muting myself a little bit before when he was going crazy. Neighbor's dog.
Ah, he's going ham. It's not in this corner. Yeah, so there's one here.
I see.
This one is in the most southwest
Did the other one have
corner.
like the mustache like this one does?
No.
Okay. So I'm not just seeing
So,
things, it is different. There's the diamond door.
so there's some diamond door, exactly. I don't think there's any trap. Oh, there's a taco behind it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the taco's in the same spot and the diamond door was just kind of closing it off or whatever.
I really expected no one to find this, because why would you go all the way back here when it's all empty?
Right.
And then there's chests with some fire resistance potions as well. I believe there's one somewhere on this island. If I can find it. I guess no. Oh yeah, here's the second rubber duck.
Hey, rubber ducky.
And this is just a normal one.
It's got diamond door too. But yeah.
Yeah.
No crazy mustache to disguise him.
Mm-hmm. Should have gave him like a weird beard or something. And that's basically all that's in the outskirts of this area. Just some islands with stuff around, but that's not really worth your time.
So yeah, it's fun to
that's
see it on the DevCom then. Just to know it's there.
I always try to just put something there just to make it not feel completely worthless. I guess we can go back
All right.
to the overworlds.
Oh yeah, this gives me a good look of just kind of flying over the area, how the shortcut bridge really is a direct shortcut from the end of the area back to the nether portal. I hadn't thought about it before. I guess people could make their own nether portals.
Yes, that's what all the speedrun people do.
Right, of course.
Why would you walk when you could just put 10 portals everywhere and cheese through my map like that?
And let's see.
Not necessarily cheese. But...
There was, for example, you pointed out the place where you had the black concrete powder in the dungeon in Submarine City to prevent a nether portal from just appearing there. I guess early in the map they wouldn't have access to obsidian or a diamond pickaxe or something, and so I guess they probably couldn't do much portaling until later in the map.
Yeah, so speedrun people always try to go to the end as quick as possible to get just good armor.
Right.
And then they will probably get diamond pickaxe with some high level efficiency and
I see.
get obsidian
Got it.
that way.
Also, we didn't really talk about kind of the aesthetic here or whatever. Like, is this supposed to be like a reindeer or a moose or a bunny rabbit or something sinister? Like,
So it's just meant to be a kind of a round portal with kind of devil horns.
okay.
And then it's dripping obsidian. Like it's kind of
Oh,
dripping
yeah,
down.
okay, yeah, yeah.
And then there's kind of smoke coming out of it. That's the purpley stuff.
Okay.
And they almost kind of looks like a tree as well. It's kind of open to interpretation.
All right.
So yeah. And then behind the lava fall, there's money.
Yep. I saw no leaf clover. Get it? Actually, it might have been Curlio who actually found that
What the?
bit. But
Mhm.
yeah, they find everything.
So then we have talked about all of intersection 2.
All right. I guess we can just fly up then if we want to get to intersection 3.
We can Superman to intersection 3. Oh, actually, we haven't talked about the little walkway that goes around the in-between section. If you teleport to me,
Okay.
teleport. So there's kind of this staircase right here.
Wait, where are
If you
we?
see to your left.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to figure. Okay, so this is like the entrance to Submarine City.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So there's kind of this staircase that goes up.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's this whole walkway with right here a light in the wall
Mm-hmm.
from these lights. So you get some cool bonus loot.
Yeah, I think I found this. Clover found this. I can't remember if I saw anybody else. Some people aren't far enough in the map still. Other people that I'm watching.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, this was reasonably findable, I think, because of the light cue, basically. I've got
Yeah,
night vision on, but if I take it off.
I remember on your version, an enemy actually took out one of these clay blocks and basically revealed more light that
Oh,
way. But that happens as well.
that's pretty funny. Ah, I see. Yeah, yeah. That would be, you could almost use that as a mechanic. Like if you wanted to hide a secret but have it become less secret over time. Like have some
Oh
light
yeah.
behind some Enderman movable blocks.
And maybe have just enderman spawners as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
just dark space, I guess.
yeah, I don't know. Just a random thought that occurred to me, but it's I guess
It's an
also
interesting.
you could also I don't remember exactly what it is or how it works. There's something with like copying structures and like they can like be eroded and like, only 90% of the blocks come through kind of thing or whatever. Like I wonder if you could like erode some structure over time. I guess it's hard to do that. Like it's hard to get rid
Oh,
of blocks with commands because there's always the chance that the player is gonna do something with those blocks or something. So, but
yeah. Or the player might build there and then you put stuff there because you
right,
use fill or replace commands.
right. And do we talk about that with this, like with the bridge that gets built here? Like I imagine you're
Bridge.
just only replacing air, probably.
I'm not sure. I
But it
would
was such an
figure it's
unlikely place that the player was going to be anyway, or have, placed any
exactly.
chests or blocks that it's probably fine.
I try to be really careful with what I clone because, yeah, you could replace player built chests or just buildings or
Right.
houses or.
But yeah, that's the type of thing that I would be paranoid about. Oh, I did not realize that this continued up here. Wow. It's like an actual path.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now it's not a path. Now you're just flying.
No. That's kind of continuous
This is not a
because
path.
this is well, yeah, okay. There it kind of does a weird thing, but it kind of does transition into a ledge with money.
Ah,
And then more money with redstone torches. So you're basically now on top of the fundaments because they're
right. Yeah.
kind of needed some extra space for the pillars. And then there's more path here.
Okay, this is a path again. Yeah.
And then it leads to this kind of weird double forked lava fall.
With spider
With
webs. I'm so scared.
everybody. Please hold my pinky. And then everybody's favorite mob in the game.
Is it a cave spider?
Yes. You guessed correctly. So yeah, there's two spawners, and then there's one cheeky spawner in the ceiling. And then you get the very useful books again. So like protection, the power, the efficiency, and the sharpness. Everybody always wants those.
Indeed.
And then unbreaking, and of course a mending book to make it completely worthwhile. Mending is like the ultimate
Mending is,
loot to give out.
yeah,
Because people love mending even though it doesn't make players more powerful.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, mending is, yeah, it's, eventually I had, I guess, like two or three during this playthrough of like, this is my favorite sword. And then at some point I finally get something better and it's like, this is my favorite sword. But occasionally they run out of durability and repairability. And so mending is like, now this can be my forever sword forever.
My BFF.
Hmm.
I think that's all the secrets around the middle level. Yeah, that's actually an interesting thing about CTM maps, where if you have a lot of gear, like how do you keep the player wanting new gear as well? If you give out too much mending, the
Right.
game will get very boring,
Yeah,
and also
durability.
very sad when you lose all of it.
Yeah, durability, it's a double-edged sword, but yeah, it's a good game mechanic from always keeping the players wanting more.
Hmm. So yeah, this is intersection 3.
And
Uh,
I forget when we first found this place and came in. I don't remember if we talked about. I guess we talked about the merchants. Is this the same merchants that are at intersection two?
yes,
Okay.
cool. They now also have scaffolding.
Oh, nice. You added that.
Yeah, the second levels basically have that. Oh yeah, you should. Now you can
Yeah, I was
actually
gonna say I
choose
can't
them.
talk to him until you're done talking to him. Neat. So 8 amethyst nuggets gives you 16 scaffolding, and so that's basically it's still kind of expensive. No, it's not.
Hmm. It's for blocks. It is expensive,
Yeah,
but because it's you use a lot of it. But
right.
if you get a stack, then and you reclaim it every time you use that, like your BSM and being very precious about your scaffolding, then
Right. It is
that should be
relatively easy to
good.
reclaim in most circumstances, so
Yeah.
that is nice. And
Hmm.
yeah, and if people wanted to, they could do what I did and fish and farm bamboo and get a bunch of scaffolding that way, I suppose.
Hmm. We talked
So
about it.
there's this thing in the middle here, and so I don't remember. I think this is different now. Was this structure here
Yes.
before?
It was here. There were 4 pillars here,
Okay,
only the 4 pillar. I basically made this chunky boy to hide the obsidian because the spawner for the stars is actually
I see. Got
right
it.
there.
Great. And so it is just a normal spawner that's handing out the stars at the intersections now. It didn't even occur to me in terms of
Yes, now you can make infinite beacons. You could probably put a dropper and catch the item continuously like that. Actually, didn't think about that.
I see. Other than Kit, have you seen anyone who's played the map or talked to anyone who played the map who um, tried to harvest the stars, basically?
I think War did.
Okay.
So yeah, you can now collect stars and they will get removed one at a time out of your inventory. I should probably make that instant. So because now you can basically grab the whole stack and quickly use it
Right.
to make can. So if I do that, I think I
But
need
yeah, Kit just shunted them
3.
all into a shulker box, and that way he could carry them around. And so if he was low on whatever, he could put down the shulker box. He could grab 5 stars or whatever, and I thought it was very clever.
Uh-huh.
I wish I had thought of it, but I also am glad I didn't think of it because as a result of not thinking of it, I didn't have to decide if I wanted to try to exploit it like that.
Yeah, so here you have your beacon, which you can technically exploit.
I don't remember how beacons behave.
You need a ridiculous amount of blocks that are either gold, diamond, or iron, or emerald.
Right.
So you can grab all the emerald blocks from all the emerald boxes. That's one idea. If you want to exploit it, so you get 8 per thing. I think you need about
Oh, I
200.
forgot that the actual boxes were made of the blocks. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna need like 200 blocks. I think 250 for full beacon. So you're gonna need to harvest all of these emerald blocks, and you're gonna need to grab as much iron as you can, because, or just grab all the diamonds, but that's for later in the map, I guess.
Hmm.
You won't find gold. Oh, and you need access to the sky. That's very true.
So I guess there's only a few portions of the map where you could take advantage of that. Although, yeah, there's a number of places where there's skylight.
Yes, or I think it does go through Bedrock and Netherrack are the only exceptions, but yeah, you don't find that anywhere in the map. So I guess you can't use them too much.
But yeah, that would be clever. Jump Boost has a new icon, possibly, and Speed has a new icon. I guess maybe all of these are new or updated icons that I haven't seen in terms of like
The
the.
all the textures actually updated.
Yeah. I guess some of them look more different than others in terms of what I remember. Or it could just be that my memory is really poor. I
No,
will.
that's correct. There's like Netherrack, for example, is way less uglier.
So complimentary. It's way less uglier.
Way less uglier. Even though the old texture is kind of nostalgic. Even though it's just too noisy.
Chat's pointing out that Emerald Box could also be used to trade with cured villagers. I guess I forget if we talked about that in a previous episode, basically, that's also a mechanic that people can exploit.
Uh-huh. And then I just leave it up to the player, because
Yep.
it's kind of enjoyable.
People can play however they want to have fun. It's always one of my philosophies.
I enjoy breaking just maps to bits and pieces. Just seeing how I can and make the player feel smart.
Indeed. And so yeah, we showed where the emerald was hidden in here, and this one it was more difficult for me to find, but I still was able to find it on my own. The cobwebs were a little bit visible from somewhere, and also like after having explored like the ledges up here, where I forget what the loot was. I guess there was another infernizer up here somewhere, I think.
Correct. That's right here.
Okay. And was there something else too? There's lapis hidden around the corner.
Lapis, there's money, and there is a potential fall to your doom. All inclusive.
I guess, yeah, the lapis will be easier to see. There we go. If I turn on the night vision. But yeah, basically there were places kind of like high up, and if it wasn't directly below the center of the intersection, then kind of like looking up toward the ceiling seemed to be the way to go. And so I ended up going upwards a few different ways, and then eventually saw the spider web feeling out of place and found it. And I've forgotten also. Right. Yeah. This was the bonus area. I knew there was something else up here, but I'd forgotten.
Yeah, I tried to basically hide all the myceliums and other vegetation.
Yeah, you really can't see any of that stuff from down here.
Know how to use perspective, so you cannot see stuff.
But I was about to say that I really appreciated how close this intersection was to the ritual grounds. Because, yeah, I would just kind of run between them, like not even have to hop on a minecart or whatever. It ended up being very convenient.
Yes. Originally, the intersection 2 and 3 were going to be like 100 blocks more that way.
Uh-huh.
And then it would be more of a like X. If you look from above, it would be more like of an X, where you have the areas around the intersection. But that just didn't go well, because there was so much traveling to the actual intersection that it felt just better to do it this way.
I see. Yeah, going back and forth at intersection 2 was still a little bit of a pain, but this one was very nice and convenient.
Yes, especially before I after the little staircase. Now you can just quickly run up and run down the
Oh, in
cobble
terms of like
staircase.
for yeah, if you're walking versus riding on intersection 2.
Mm-hmm. Um, do you want to take a quick break?
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Might be
Eventually, yeah, there's going to be crystal gardens, vertigo mines, and obelisks of inversion at this place, but this would be a good place to take a break for the YouTubers.
Mhm.
See you again next episode. For Twitch people, perhaps you want to stick around.
Stay tuned.